CodingPhase.com. Your boy's backing out and did it again. In this live stream, we want to talk about the weekend, right? And we're not talking about the artist, the weekend. We're talking about the weekends. I mean, what do you do on your weekends? You know, do you just sit home, right? Do you go out? Do you just hang out with your girlfriend, hang out with your boyfriend, maybe hang out with your family? Um, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys what I've been doing every weekend since 2011. I've been grinding, okay? And the reason why I'm able to do what I do nowadays and being able to take days off and being able to relax and be able to afford certain things is because I put in that work on those weekends, right? I really invested my time into myself. Now, I'm talking about this because I feel like, today's Friday, right? Today's a day that every single one of you guys might say, you know what, man, I want to chill, I want to relax. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. You've been chilling your whole life. You know it, I know it, right? You've been chilling your whole life, right? This is the time that you really want to put in that work and invest your time wisely, okay? Really, like, maybe this week you've been able to code 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day. Shit, tomorrow, Saturday, bro, Sunday, you better be doing 8 hours, right? Finish at least one of your projects for your portfolio. Take advantage, right? That course that you've been slacking on and you've been like, I'm only going to do an hour here and there. Try to knock it out. Usually, most courses are about anything from 4 hours to 12 hours long. So that tells you if you got 8 and 8 hours, right? So 2 days doing 8 hours, you could do one whole course. And sometimes you might be able to do two courses in one weekend. Now, you might be thinking like, man, but yeah, Joe, I'm tired. I've been working. It's the weekend. I want to relax. Listen, you're going to be able to relax. You're going to be able to do everything that you want to do. But right now, you got goals. You got things that you got to get to. You got money that you need to be making, that you should be making, right? Right now, you probably have, a decent job. Maybe you might not even have a job, right? But if you have a decent job, like, you're comfortable. But imagine if you was good. Imagine if you could say, shit, I could buy whatever I want, right? How do you get to that point? You get to that point by working hard, okay? And planning out your life and making sure that you say, okay, I have a goal for this year, right? 2020 is almost over, okay? So that tells you that from now to the end of 2020, if you go hard, you could get everything that you need to get a job as a developer. Okay, maybe you might say, you know what, 2021 is the year for me to start making independent money as a developer. So being able to get enough things from this year and say, hey, I'm gonna get a job, right? But at the same time, 2021, you could focus on things like, how can I make passive income? How can I create a side business? How can I start making, extra bread? It could be from freelancing. It could be from creating some type of application, creating some type of idea that you have in your head that you've been thinking about it for a while, but then you weren't able to do it before. 2021 is around the corner, but you can't start 2021 with the mentality of like, I'm just trying to chill, I'm gonna take my time. Like, nah, don't take your time. Go hard. That's it. You got what? You got a month and a half of 2020. Let's end this with a bang. You could chill for 2022, 2023, and beyond. Chill on those years. 2020, 2021 is for you to get your shit together. Okay? That's just how it is. Okay, anybody that could see me, I got family members, I got friends, everybody that looks at me now and says, oh man, it's an overnight success, Joe's good now, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know I've been grinding since 2011. 2011, I spent a whole year coding at least 8 to 12 hours a day. 8 to 12 hours a day, you know. At the time, I used to be on this website called codeschool.com, learning everything that was in there, everything from JavaScript to jQuery to learning object-oriented programming to learning Ruby on Rails, right? Learning how to use MySQL, MySQL. For those of you guys that be like, it's not MySQL, it's MySQL. Okay, so MySQL. Okay, but going hard. Now you got a place like CodingPhase.com where you have all the courses that you need. Like literally, all the courses that you need is there. It's in one place. I'm telling you, I'm teaching you guys everything that literally is going to get you into a job. And then from there, we're also teaching you on how to make income on the side. You get what I'm saying? So take advantage. Right now we have that special, and it is what it is. Shameless plug. You might say, damn, Judge, you're always promoting your own shit. Why don't you promote somebody else's shit? And it's like, to be honest with you, it's because I don't trust nobody. Right? It's like, if you found me, right, I want to take care of you, right? And I know anybody can go and teach you how to code. Anybody can go and teach you, the syntax, can teach you the basics. You can learn that anywhere. You can learn it here on YouTube. But the main reason why I come in and I tell you, hey, go to codingphase.com is because, you know what? I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody with your future. You know what I'm saying? I can only trust myself because I know what type of work I put in for you guys. I know what type of courses I have for you guys. I know what type of projects you're going to be able to do, which is going to prepare you to get that job and prepare you to say, you know what? Hey, give me a chance. Hire me. I'm ready to start working on Monday because Joe gave me all the projects he put on me was literally the things that you want me to do here at this job. Okay. So again, sometimes I feel bad myself. I'm like, damn, do I just promote codingphase.com too much? But it's just the truth. I'm like, shit, I can't trust nobody. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, let's say I'm like a painter, right? You ask me, hey, Joe, I want to paint my house. I don't know what the other painter is going to do for you, but I know what I can do for you. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm going to tell you about the spot, But again, to be honest, I don't really care where you go, where you want to learn, what you want to do. But I just want you guys to listen to the message that I'm giving to you guys. Like, take advantage, go hard. Like, the year's almost over. You want to have everything that you need to say, okay, if the year's almost over, let me just get my solid 3 projects on my portfolio. Let me get my portfolio looking tip top, right? Let me go in there and get ready for when they start calling me in December for job interviews, when they start calling me for January 1st and they hit me up like, hey man, can you come in on Monday? I'm ready. You get what I'm saying? So take advantage now. Why not? That's what I did. I wasn't home chilling. And I'll be honest with you guys. It's so funny. The other day when I bought a PlayStation 5, right? And this is going to sound funny, but I wanted to cry for a moment, right? And not because I'm excited for the PlayStation 5, but it's how far I've come, right? When I was living with my mom's and, at the time, and I was like doing all the little bullshit jobs, working at the mall, working at supermarkets, working at freaking meat factories and things like that. To be honest, I was like, man, if I'm just able to pay for a room, like this is my mentality. If I'm just able to pay for a room and be able to buy my little kicks, my little Jordans here and there, and be able to buy whatever PlayStation game that I want, because when you're young, you think like that, right? I was like, man, I'm good. I don't need much. But as time goes by, you realize that in life, you cannot settle. In life, you cannot just stay stuck at the same spot. Just because you achieve something doesn't mean that that's the end. You get what I'm saying? That's like a guy playing Pokemon, right? And you caught your first Pokemon and be like, that's it, I'm only going to play with this Pokemon. There's 150 Pokemons to get, right? You're not going to stay with just one. You want to get all of them, okay? So that's the mentality. So when I was like getting this PlayStation 5, I didn't even get the regular PlayStation 5. I got, off the market, right? Had to go meet somebody. People stressing out to get the PlayStation 5 and this and that and all this stuff. And I'm like, let me see. I didn't even pre-order. I said, I want it. Let me go get it. Had to pay double for it. Premium, $1,000. Right? One shot, I could have bought a laptop, I could have bought whatever the hell I wanted. But when I got it, it brought joy to me, not because of the PlayStation, but because the fact that I can afford this, and this is nothing to me. $1,000 right now is nothing. We're almost making $1,000 if, after taxes. Like literally, we're making about $1,100 a day. I calculated this like probably a week ago, that after taxes and after expenses, I'm keeping $1,000, about $1,100 a day on my own. Now imagine this: when I was that broke, when I was going to school, high school, one sneaker, right? One sneaker for the whole year, because you don't really have that much. Now I could get whatever the hell I want, but the joy that brings me is not to say, oh, I want to flex. I could, damn, Joe's balling this. Nah, it's not about that. It's the fact that I really had this goal to say, I don't ever want to feel like I can't get something. And I'm going to work hard. Yes, I'm an immigrant. Yes, I'm somebody that is coming from the bottom. Yes, I don't have a dad that I could say, Dad, could you help me out? My dad lives in the Dominican Republic. I got to send him money, right? My mom works as a taxi driver, then becomes a teacher assistant, right? Earning $35,000 a year and taking care of me and my two sisters. I can't tell her like, hey man, get me this, or oh damn, my friend got this and why I don't have this. I understand. I can't put that pressure on her. She already going through enough, right? So I had that goal from young of like, man, if one day I get to a point where I could say, you know what? When I'm walking down the street, if I want to buy a soda, if I want to go to the store, get me a sneaker, if I want to say, you know what, I want to travel the world, my dream is to go to Japan. Since young, I always dreamt about it. I'm like, damn, I even, I was learning Japanese from like 14 years old to 17, right? It's something that's there, you never forget it. But it's crazy because now we could do those moves. We could do whatever the hell we want to do, but you know what I mean? Like now we could talk about it and say, yo, we could do this, we could do that. But the most important thing is the fact that I work for it. You get what I'm saying? If somebody would have given it to me, maybe I wouldn't appreciate it. But the fact that I work hard. We're talking about since 2011 till now. I've been grinding, right? I could have been doing nothing. I could have been just chilling. I could have been just hanging out with my friends, going out, smoke some weed, drink some liquor, freaking go to parties, pop a trip, get on that Zanny, get on that lean, get on shit that I see friends of mine that's what they've been doing. I haven't been doing none of that. I've been grinding. I've been just at home, grinding it out, planning my life, setting myself up to be able to get to the point where I want to be. You get what I'm saying? It's all about putting in the work, and again, going back to the main topic, which is the weekend. What does the weekend mean to you? To me, the weekend means extra cash. To me, the weekend means like, hey, if I put in work this weekend, I'm going to get a bag. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it, right? And right now, you might not be getting paid as a developer. Right now, you might not be getting, any type of income from this. And you might say, damn, I got to pay you $20 from CodingPhase or whatever platform I'm signing up to, or I got to go invest $200 for a yearly membership, or, 50% off. Joe got that 50% off right now on the description. I could click that. What's that? It's $10. I'm investing money into this thing. I'm not getting no money back. But what you have to understand is by you putting in the work, that's where you're really investing in yourself. That's where you get your money back. You're not seeing it right now. I'll tell you guys ahead of time. My first year, I wasn't making no money, right? I made a little $100 here, $200 there. I would go on Craigslist, put in like, hey, I will build your website. Like there was times I didn't even know how to build a website properly, and I would just go in and put myself on Craigslist like, hey, let me try to make $100, $200, whatever it was, right? Just putting myself out there, And even with my niche websites, which is a blessing. You guys don't even know. When I come in and I talk to you guys about putting in the work for future earnings, you guys don't even know. Understand this. Look, right now, I will be just working as a regular developer, meaning just working for somebody at a company 9 to 5 every single day, right? Getting the same salary, waiting for the end of the year or every 6 months to try to see, get a code review and see if maybe they give me a little promotion. But I'm so glad that that whole year while I was learning to code, I said, you know what? I need to find other ways to make income. And I started doing my niche websites. I didn't make no money from like 4 websites that I created for 6 months. Most people will quit. They'll say, like, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna freaking be doing this thing. There's no income coming in. I'm putting time, right? What I'm working for free. But what you don't understand is that you're working for yourself, right? For 6 months, I didn't make no money at all. I was making maybe $30. So that means that every day that I worked 2, 3 hours or even more on my niche websites, right, which was just on the side from me learning how to code, because I was learning how to code to get a job, and then at the same time using the skills that I learned from like learning how to code, I was using that to create niche websites on the side, which also took like 2 hours, 3 hours a day. That's why I say, I was probably coding about 8 to 12 hours in a single day that whole year. But, that whole 6 months, I was making like $30 from niche websites, little things like that. And when you really think about it, it's like if you're coding every single day, what you're making $1. But I knew that these things take time and I needed to invest in myself. It's the same thing that a guy goes in and says, you know what? I don't want to work for nobody else. You know what? I'm going to put up a little taco stand on the corner. Just me and a table, right? I'm just giving you, because I take all these things the same way how this is like the hustler mentality. I'm bringing it back, right? So we was talking about code. Now I'm bringing it back to just regular, you know, day-to-day blue collar workers, regular people that just, they're not coding, but they have that mentality of investing in themselves. A guy comes in and says, hey man, you know what? I'm working for this restaurant. I can make tacos for this restaurant, right? They're paying me a little something. But you know what? I'm also going to put a little taco stand in the corner. I could get a $200 table. I could buy the meat for $5, right? Whatever it is, to get the little cheap meat, get some cilantro, get some tacos, freaking tortillas, right? You put it in the corner. Now, you might not make no money your first 2 months. It might just be like, hey, I'm just learning the process and learning how to cut down on my expenses. So for 2 months, that guy is just there at a corner. He not making no profit. But you know what happens? After he understands the process and understands how this thing works, he comes in, starts tweaking his recipe, starts tweaking the taco meat and everything to figure out how to make a little bit more. Next thing you know, he says, you know what? We got a little bread now. Let's get a little taco truck. Then from there, the guy goes in, understands how the taco truck works, goes in, puts in a better route, puts it in front of a hospital, puts it in front of a mall, puts in the freaking parking lot of the mall, finds out where people go in and do like little carnivals and festivals, and then now he goes in and puts his little truck there. Then now he goes in, he got enough money to go and buy another truck. Next thing you know, he buys another truck. Now he got 3 trucks, right? Next thing you know, that same dude that has those 3 trucks goes in and says, you know what, let's put in a nice Mexican restaurant right here on the same mall that I was working in the parking lot. Let's put it inside. How much does that cost? Or $10,000 a month? That's the rent? Okay, cool. Let's figure it out. Let's try to make it happen. The guy does it. 10 years later, the guy's making $500,000, $1 million a year, but people think like, yo, he just got there from yesterday. Nah, this guy's been grinding. He's been on a journey, pushing himself up, no matter what's the circumstances that's in front of him, and just making it happen. This is the same thing that it's like my story, right? And it's gonna be your story too. You know, you might not see the benefits right now, right in front of you, because it's almost impossible for you to get paid as a developer without having the skills. But once you put in those hours to learn the things that you need to learn, get the skills, then from there, now you're valuable. Then at the same time, the same way how you could do it for somebody, you could do it for yourself. That's the beauty of it. Like, this is what people don't understand. This is a skill, just like a construction worker, just like a guy who fixes freaking ACs and HVAC systems. Same way how a guy is a mechanic. It's a skill. It's a trade. It's something that you have that now not only can you work for a company if you want your life to be simple, but you could also say, you know what? On the weekends, I could go and do my extra work. On the nighttime, I could go and do my extra work. You know what I'm saying? The person that works for a company and all they're doing is just working for their hours, they're not going nowhere, bro. You're going to see them there in the same job 10, 20 years. They're not going nowhere. There's no way to move up. A company does not pay you enough for you to move up the freaking classes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't move up the class system by just working for somebody. You have to continue growing and understand that you have to start making extra income from other places so you could grow and continue moving on up. Okay? But you have to train your mind. You got to train your body. That to get there is going to take work. And that's what the weekend comes in. That's when you put in that work. Right now, all you're doing is investing your time. All you're doing is really just putting in the work. Like, you don't have to come in and be like, damn, for me to code, I got to pay $50 an hour. Nah, you're not paying $50 an hour. Like, even right now, CodingPhase.com, 50% off, $10. You good for the whole month, right? You're just paying with your time to do the work. You get what I'm saying? So there is no way that you can have an excuse on why you should get this thing done. Like, just get it done, bro. That's just how it is. Shout out to everybody in here. Let me give my shout outs to whoever's in here. We got the great one. We got Angel Medina. We got Bruh Tripping, Nancy McKee, Alice Casanos, Hello Cutie. Let me see. Jess Mills, Task Express, Miguel Nicolas, Derek Casanos. Let me see. Oscar Reyes, Deepak Dibaya, let me see, Alantino, Miguel Nicolas, Lloyd, Tony Asula, Damien. Who else is in here? Bruh Tripping, we said that. Graphical Boss. Let me see who else. Chris I, A Knight, Paradox 5, JJP, David Candelaria, Rakesh. Who else is in here? Fawaz Ahmad. Let me see. Who else is in here? Jason Rivera, Bossman, Beat of Ike, Brandon J. We got a lot of people in here. Make sure you leave a comment here on the live so I could shout you out, man. Because, you know, this videos, they stay here forever, kid. You know, this type of live streams, when we drop a message like this stays here forever. You know, you want to come back and say, you know what? Damn, I was watching that live stream last year. Now look where I'm at. I already got my job. I was looking at this thing from home. Now I'm at freaking work. Just look at this. I was here. I was there at that moment. This is a way to document your journey. You know what I mean? Olamide Jibril, Damien Liz, Kevin Milron, KG609. Who else? Alex Tisobis, Kevin Edmond. We got a lot of people in here, man. Jania L, Mike Lee. Yeah, man, we got a lot of people in here. You know? So what I'm trying to tell you guys with this is like, man, just grind it out, bro. Just grind it out. You're around the corner. You're literally around the corner for success. Like, trust me. I'm just like you guys. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you guys ahead of time, like, this is just how it is. We got to put in work. I wish we didn't have to put in work. But the problem is that most of us, we're not poppy and mommy kids. Some people, they could skip some levels and skip some steps. We can't, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? We can't. It's like right now, if my dream is to open up a restaurant, or my dream is to open up a T-Mobile, or open up a Dunkin' Donuts, or open up a gas station, or say, you know what, I want to do an import and export business. You get what I'm saying? You know what happens? For us to do that, we need to get capital, right? And for us to get capital, what does that mean? It means we got to get cash. And you know what's funny about this is that we don't know nobody who's going to give us some cash unless we work for it. Now, we can go and work on a bullshit job. We could go to the mall and get a job. We could work at the gas station, right? We could go in and work in a little bullshit office, and they'll pay us, 10, 12, 13, $14 an hour, whatever it might be. But unfortunately, that's not going to get us to buy the gas station. Unfortunately, that's not going to get us to buy the Dunkin' Donuts, the T-Mobile, the import-export business, the restaurant that we want to build. It's not going to get us there. We could be here for 10, 20 years working at a gas station. You're still not going to have enough money to buy the gas station. That's just how it is, unfortunately. So we have to do this ourselves. We have to push ourselves. And what we have to do is we have to work smart, right? The things that we need to get into is the things that's going to pay us the most as individuals. And that's going to pay us the most for our time. Because everybody works. Sometimes people be pissed off. People are pissed off all the time when they see somebody doing good. They're like, yo, what's the difference between him and me? A lot of times it really just comes down to what type of skills they have and what they focus on. You know what I'm saying? A guy that says, you know what? I want to go to school. I want to take liberal arts. And you know what? I'll become a teacher, right? I'll become a teacher, and maybe I'll do a little math, secondary degree with math, and I just become a math teacher. And there's nothing wrong with being a teacher. I love teaching. My family is teaching. My mom's a teacher. My dad is a college professor, right? Like, it's in the family. But you can't say, hey, man, why am I here? And why is that guy there? And you can't be mad at that. You're here and that he's there. You can't be mad at that. You got to look back on the things that you have done, what decisions you made, right? And what is it that you're getting paid for? What's your time worth? Because that guy, he went to school for like 10 years. He became a doctor. You can't be mad at him when you see him, with the Louis Vuitton belt, the Ferragamo shoes, right? He got the nice little polo shirt. He got the white Ralph Lauren shorts, looking like Carlton, from from the French Prince. You can't be mad at that dude hopping out the brand new S-Class. You can't be mad at him, and you're in the Nissan. You can't be mad at him. You know why? Because at the end of the day, everybody starts somewhere. Some people might be able to skip some steps, and some other people gonna have to take the whole way, right? So we can't skip anything, but everybody has a choice. Everybody has a way to get to the top, especially here in the United States. In other countries, it might be a little bit more difficult, but here in the US, everybody, if you put in the work and you know exactly where you want to get to, you can get there. But you can't be mad at the next person. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? What you could do is use that as motivation. Be like, that's what I need to do. I'll give you guys a little quick story. When I used to live in Melville, Long Island, I was over there living with my roommate, and it was a nice place. It was nice, right? It's a nice home. But at the same time, that neighborhood and the neighborhood that's right next to us, it's called Dix Hills. Everybody there is big time, like big time. Like, we're talking about lawyers, doctors, guys who own multiple businesses, right? So when I go with my little Nissan Rogue, right, a little Nissan Rogue, I will go to the bagel spot to get some bagels and my little turkey, try to eat fresh, right? I will always see nothing but Lamborghinis, Rolls Royce, the Maseratis, the brand new BMW, brand new Mercedes. Every time that I went in there, it's motivation for me. And you know what I used to do? I used to always come in, and while I'm waiting online, because you know me, yo soy un freco. Like, meaning I'm that type of dude that I'm right next to him, like, hey, how you doing? How's everything, man? Uh, Shit, those Mets, man, they suck, man. The Knicks, they suck, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I just make conversation. I'm that type of person. Because when I get to see people, I like to pick their brain, right? I could, I'm a really good judge of character, right? I'm like, okay, let me ask this dude. This dude got the Rolls Royce, right? And let me find out what he does. I'm just there making conversation with the dude, right? Another person will be like, man, like, oh, this guy, look at this guy. He probably think he's the shit. Like, fuck him. Like, I don't fuck with this guy. Da da da. Now I'm in there like, yo, let me pick his brain. Let me find out what he does. You know, one guy is like, yo, he's a lawyer, but he also does real estate, and at the same time, he's also planning on opening up. I think there was another area called Huntington over there in Long Island where they have a whole bunch of boats. And I didn't even know about that. They have a factory there for boats. So he knows somebody who was a family member who basically was part owner of the factory. And now he's look at this. He's like a lawyer jumping into real estate, but then at the same time, he's like, he's gonna open up a shop to sell those boats that they make at that factory. Like, the grind doesn't stop. You get what I'm saying? Like, that tells me I'm in the right path, because that's exactly how I think, right? Just because you started somewhere doesn't mean that's the end of the day. This guy's the lawyer, you know what I mean? Like, there's people that be like, how many lawyers is out there? There's guys that be like, oh, I'm a lawyer, a public defendant. You get what I'm saying? They make the little 150, 180, right? And those get stuck right there. It's the same thing that happens with developers. A guy comes in and be like, oh, I got a good job. I got my little $90,000 job. And he stops right there. That's his ceiling. He never saw beyond that. Okay? Look at this guy. This guy's over here freaking, jumping into real estate and now opening up a freaking a place to sell boats. That shit has nothing to do with being a lawyer. You get what I'm saying? But that tells you, how does these individuals get to that point? Because a regular lawyer is not going to have a Rolls Royce. Regular lawyers, they stop, like, their numbers stop at like 130, 140. Unless they know how to grind. And unless they are a people's person and they could go in and get higher clients and this, and that. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens every day, B. You know what I mean? Like, when you think about it, how many guys are out here with a computer science degree? A lot. How many of them work? A lot. Right? But how many of them really get to their full potential? Not that many. It takes a certain type of individual that needs to get his mind opened up to opportunities to see what's out there. You know what I'm saying? There's guys that's it. They get to Google and that's it. That's their highest thing that they ever got, and they're happy there. Now there's guys that go in there, say this is cool, but there's more for me out here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta continue grinding. You gotta continue moving. Okay, and that's what's gonna make you a real, a real legit, individual out here. And it's really just, life is a video game. Life is just a video game. You have when you think about it, when you're over here like grinding it out and trying to learn these skills and trying to get these things to get a job, it's just like a video game. You're grinding it out to get to the next level. But once you get to that next level, there's more things that you got to do to continue to get into the next level after that. You can't just say, man, I made it to level 20. There's 100 levels. You can't just be happy because you was able to beat the game or even get to, halfway through the game and you're at level 20. Nah, bro. There's 100 levels to it. Go to the unlimited. Go to the unlimited, bro. Straight up, go to the unlimited. Go in until the game stops. The game is like, that's it, Joe. There's no more. Here's the credits. You know what I mean? You ever beat a game and at the end they're like, yo, you're doing too much. Like, here's the credits. That's it. It's like Fing, the end, da da da. Here are the creators, this and that. Like, that's it. Don't stop just because you get comfortable and you're able to get your little shit. Because I could have stopped a long time ago. You know, I could have stopped when I thought that I was gonna be happy when I was just gonna be able to get my little Jordans, my little sneakers, my little stuff. Then life, I got put in positions where I'm like, shit. I gotta look around. I'm like, did I really make it to this point, or there's more to do out here? Continue pushing on. Let me see what's good. Reading any questions, anything you guys want to talk about. I'm just reading through this thing. Brandon J, what up? On God, I gotta grind for everything I get. Yep, that's how I am too, bro. Everything that I do, I have to grind it out. I wish I didn't have to. I wish I could just relax. It's like right now, I'll give you like an example, because I like to share things that is really happening in my life so you could really understand, right? Like right now, I'm at a point where the average person might say, you're comfortable, right? You're comfortable, right? This year, we're literally projecting that, we're already above 500,000 already that has been generated. Above 500,000, right? At the same time, right? The year's not over. We're probably going to touch like 700, right? Now, I could easily stop and just be a bum ass doing, but like, I'm just chilling. That sounds good. I'm Gucci. I can't, because I got so many other things that I want to get to, right? That for me to continue to get to that point, I need to continue to work. And I need to continue to do everything that I'm doing, right? And just keep grinding it out. Like right now, I'm doing brand new floors in my house, right? Just for that, it's $35,000. Brand new floors all over the house. 3,400 square feet, brand new floors. Okay? We just did one of the bathrooms, $12,000. Done. Okay? Then from there, I'm just telling you guys, I'm sharing everything from my own personal life, right? I told you guys I want to open up a Dunkin' Donuts. What happens to open up a Dunkin' Donuts? You need cash. So you need to have cash on you, and anything above 200,000. I think the right number is about $250,000 just to get the franchise. Okay? Now, I got it. But at the same time, you cannot stay without no cash on you. If I go in and I spend $250,000, then that leaves me out of opportunities. So what I need to do is I need to get into other opportunities that's gonna get me to a higher level. So $250,000 to me becomes $20,000. You get what I'm saying? So when $250,000 becomes $20,000, the equivalent to $20,000 to me, then I can jump into those things. So what am I doing? I'm not stopping the grind, right? We got the agency that we have here in Florida, right? I still got to hire the developers, get the designer, right? Doing that. Then on top of that, I'm also using the cash that I have that's coming in to get a new house, so I could go fix that house up, either rent it or flip it, so I could get into that business. Okay? It's easier for me to go in and spend $50,000 on a down payment on a house than me spending $250,000 to buy the Dunkin' Donuts that I want to buy. You get what I'm saying? So it's easier for me to just start with that. But it's a journey. It's like a grind. It's like little things. It's like baby steps. You got to take it one step at a time to continue to grow. Okay? But look at the type of game that we're on right now. Like, 9 years ago, bro, I was scraping to pay my little freaking Roadrunner, Time Warner Roadrunner cable to continue to be able to learn. Now this is the type of moves that we're doing. This is the grind of 10 years, basically. You could say 10 years, 2011, about to be 2021. So 10 years of grinding as a developer, but not just as a regular developer, because I will never get to this point as just working for a company by myself. Just be like, oh, I got an $80,000 job. You're not gonna get to this level, bro. I'm letting you know ahead of time. You're not getting to this level because you're not gonna be able to stack up that kind of money. I'm telling you guys ahead of time. So you have to do your job and also make side income, freelancing, niche websites, whatever it is that could bring you an extra $5,000, $10,000 a month, so you could start stacking up, because you're not gonna get there by just working as a developer. Okay, so keep that in mind. But again, I'm just sharing all these things so you can understand, like, yo, this is what happens when you grind it out, and you're gonna get there. Some people's gonna quit. Some people's gonna be just comfortable, because it's very comfortable to just say, hey, I'm able to pay all my bills, I'm able to be comfy, you know, and you good to go, right? You got a good job, good salary. Shit, why you gotta work on the weekends? Why you gotta work on the nighttime? Why are you gonna do that to yourself? If you got goals and you wanna see what life has to offer, you have to continue pushing on. The guys that make it, those freaking, you know, Jeff Bezos, those, you know, what's the guy's name that owns the the Dallas Mavericks? Like, those guys that become billionaires and become ultra rich and this and that, they have that grind in them. They have, like, yo, I got to this level. This is cool. This is nice. Let's continue. So let's see what happens. What happens next? You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like I'm trying to be a billionaire or whatever. I just want to see what levels I could get to. Why should I put a limit on myself when I know life has a lot to offer if you work for it, and if you make the right moves, and if you're trying to flip something into something else? You know, you don't want to get paid by the hour for your time. You want to get paid by the value that you're bringing into the company and what you're actually bringing into whatever it is that you're doing. Getting paid by the hour and be like, somebody tells you, well, you're worth $20 an hour, you're worth $30 an hour, you're worth $40 an hour. When in reality, you're like, wait, hold on. You know, and this is like one of the biggest things why I quit my job as a developer in 2017, is because it's like, bro, I'm looking around, I'm like, yo, you're telling me you're gonna give me like $80,000, right, for the whole year? And I don't even know. Somebody do the math for me, right? 80,000 divided by 52 divided by 40. How much is that? Right? Do the math for me. I don't got my calculator. But right, so you got $80,000, and then you start looking. That's like what, $30-$40 an hour or something like that. And you start looking around, and you're like, wait, but my time is worth way more than that. I know what I can offer. I know what I can make. Right? So I knew from the beginning, I'm like, you know what? This is cool. This is for me to just get on my feet. But I know that if I work hard and I put the same effort that I'm putting in for this company, and I put that same effort for myself, I could get to even higher places, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my whole little move that I want to give to you guys, because, you know, I'm looking around right now. Like, you know, right now I'm outside because they doing, like I said, they're doing some work in my house. They you know, they're doing brand new floors, etc. Right? And I'm just like looking around, like, bro, this shit is crazy, bro. We spending the money that dudes be getting in a year. There's dudes right now working $35,000. We just spent that for 2 days of work. You get what I'm saying? And it's not like we flexing this and that. It's just to show you guys, like, this is the type of shit and the type of levels that you could get to. And what I'm doing, I'm small time, bro. There's guys that do it even bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Way bigger than me. I'm a small time dude, which also is like one of the best things that I feel like should motivate you, is the fact that me being a small time dude, meaning like I'm not huge. You guys see, I'm not big on YouTube. I'm not big on Instagram. I'm not big on anything. I got a nice community and a solid community. I'm like a small time, you know, small town, freaking mom and pop shop. You know what I'm saying? But that tells you that even if you work hard, you don't have to be like the biggest, the biggest dude out here, but you could be comfy. You could really be comfortable out here. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I'm pretty sure some of you guys might even get, bigger than me, and by the time you're 10 years in, because all the information that I'm giving you guys now, I didn't have that information, on year 3, year 4. Like, the game changed really like on year 5, year 6. Now you're getting all of this info and all of this examples and the things that I talk about and tell you guys about here from before you even become a developer. So it's like the knowledge is already there. Now it's what you're going to do with it. So what took me 10 years to do, you could do it in 2-3 years. That's just part of the game. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll be mad. I'm like, damn, a lot of my students going to pass me. And it's true. You got to pass me, right? Y'all got to do better than me, right? And have more opportunities. But that's because you had that knowledge that I didn't have. I didn't have a dude. There was no CodingPhase when I came into this game. When I came into this game, there was nobody even doing, this type of things, talking about how you become a developer, how to get into the game, and how to actually, grow and use this as a stepping stone to continue to grow as an individual and get to wealth, right? Before me, there was nobody talking on YouTube, bro. Before me, there was nobody talking on YouTube. There was maybe Chris Hawks who will do his little videos, but he just talks about programming things. Like he don't really give no advice. He don't tell you nothing about his life, his personal life. He don't show you his personal growth. Like he don't do none of them shits. Before me, there was nobody else doing this shit. You get what I'm saying? And before me, nobody even showed their face. Before me, nobody showed their face. You can go look it up. Search YouTuber and look at when I started to when everybody else started. Everybody came in and they were doing literally like only programming tutorials. Nobody showed their face. I came into the game like, yo, I'm bringing the human touch to this shit. Because you know what? You can't relate to somebody behind a freaking coding screen. I don't know what that person does. I don't know how that person lives. How can you tell me learn how to code or learn how to this and that? I don't know how you live, my dude. I probably got more money than you. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what type of moves you be making. How do I know this is the right move for me? How do I know this is the right career for me? Right? Before me, nobody else was doing this shit. You get what I'm saying? And it's because this is the way, what I'm doing right now for you guys is what I wish somebody would have done for me. This is the type of talks and the type of things that get me motivated. When somebody shares like the things that they're doing, the things that they've done to get to where they at. I don't care how much money somebody got. I don't care how much shit they have. What I care about is how did you get there? You could be a billionaire, but if you cannot show me or tell me or guide me to get to that point where you're at, you're irrelevant to me. You're useless. You're just some dude like all the Instagram thoughts showing their ass. Same how those guys show up on Instagram and they show they got the Mercedes AMG, the BMW IA, they got the freaking the Bentley Continental GT, the Lamborghini Huracan. Why do I need to see shit that I can't get? And you're not teaching me how to get there, right? So what I do here on this YouTube channel is literally what I wish somebody would have done for me. So I can, it shouldn't have taken me 10 years to get to this point. But at the same time, it's like a guy without no internet. How can he got to learn how to code through the books. You get what I'm saying? He got to learn how to code through making mistakes on his own. He don't got no internet. There is no Stack Overflow. You get what I'm saying? There is no YouTube for him. There is no forums. He's just learning how to code. He got no internet. You know what I'm saying? He got no internet. How can he level up? He's not at the same level as everybody else because he didn't get access to what everybody else was getting. So that's what I'm trying to do for you guys. I'm just trying to give you guys, I'm your internet. You know what I'm saying? I'm your Stack Overflow. I'm coming in giving you guys the shit that we already got the answers to. So you could come in, soak it up like a sponge, and go even to a higher places that we've done. This shit is just the beginning for you. You gotta understand that. This is just the beginning for you, kiddo. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get to places, kid. But yeah, man, let's see who's in here, man. Task press 38.46 per hour. Yeah, that's what I was making on my last job. Like, that's not much, bro. And of course, and you know, sometimes people always hit me up like, Joe, but didn't you get offers for $120,000 and this and that? And why are you taking? Because I don't work off hours. I don't work off like salary. I gotta like the company. You know, and that's another thing, that's another luxury that I had. You know, when I started getting those type of offers, I could deny them because I don't like the company. Why? Because I was already making money from niche websites. Understand that, right? So if you're able to go and work at companies and projects that you like, and you can say, I like this for $80,000. I'm fine with it. I'd rather work here than you having to go in and work at a company that offers you $120,000, $140,000 on projects that you don't want to do, but you have to do it because you don't have that extra income coming in. You have to go take it. I didn't have to go take it. I got the offers. I said, thank you. I appreciate it. It feels good. It's the same thing like right now. If I decided, you know what, I want to go take the test, apply to freaking Google or one of those companies, would I take the job? No. But it would be cool just to be like, hey, let's go in, let's do this shit, let's get the offer, and maybe make a YouTube video out of it, you know? But would I take the job? Hell no. We make way more than a guy that works at Google right now. Why would I leave this that I'm doing to just go work for hours, you know? Like, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, man, let's see who else is in here. Mark Cuban. Yeah, that was his name. Mark Cuban. Marv DJ, is this staying up? Yeah, this is staying up, bro. We dropped a lot of fire in here. And you know, people always ask me, Joe, why you always take down the live stream? The problem is that sometimes after we do a live stream for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know, we start joking, we start, you know, saying shit that's funny, but then I think about it, I'm like, should I be sharing this story on the internet? Should I be talking about this thing? Should I be joking about this thing? Like, maybe I don't want to keep it up for like, you know, forever. Because shit, we be joking around about all type of shit in here, and there could be one dude, one hater, and be like, hey man, let's clip this up, let's cut this thing up. Joe was doing this and that, and blowing backs out, and this and that, and you know, 10 years from now, somebody comes back, pulls up a clip of some shit that you said joking, and in a live stream, now you cancel. Now they bringing your name down. You know what I mean? So that's why sometimes I delete the live streams. That's why I'm like, I'm staying on script from now on. Like, cause I like keeping the live streams up. It's just we can't get off script. We can't be talking about shit that maybe 10 years from now might not be good. What up, Joe? You heard about the new Boston coming back? Yeah, man. Congratulations to him. I don't know him, so. Everybody's like, yo, new Boston is back. I mean, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. You know. Save $1 every time you say right. You're a billionaire in a year, man. Right. Your boss starring OnlyFans drop gems on there. Oh man. Trying to learn when can I just I don't know, that don't make sense. Mark and Joe drops gems that go straight to the bones. I'm eternally grateful. Paradox 5, but even knowing this, or really little, small percent of us will get to the point you're describing in real life. Yeah. Uh, Joe's a bridge builder. Once you start putting in the hours, the day every day, you'll see what you gotta keep working for yourself. Yep. The game is to be sold, not to be told. That's the code. No pun intended. While in quarantine. Hey Joe, I started checking out LinkedIn, but how am I supposed to know if a recruiter is legit or not? I don't know, man. Some people, they swear by LinkedIn. I mean, I've never had like a good experience in LinkedIn. I feel like LinkedIn is just a place where people, if you work for a company, maybe it might be useful, but I don't know. I find it that it's like a place to spam. Like there's people that's not legit in there. Bro, tripping. The new Boston bag, but so are 100 new tech YouTubers. Yeah, man. There's a lot of there's definitely a lot of new tech YouTubers, man. There's one every day, but I don't know. I'm like, I'm cool with having new people coming in and doing what they got to do. It is what it is. Um, as long as it's for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm noticing there's a lot of new people, but there's a lot of new people that's getting into YouTube because they don't want to work as developers. Like, you're opening up a tech channel and you don't want to be a developer. Like, it doesn't make sense. Or like, you don't want to code on your own time or whatever it is. Like, you don't want to build your own projects. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, when I started YouTube because I love it. I love coding. I love creating projects. And I feel like people needed to see somebody like themselves, somebody that they could really relate to. Because to be honest with you guys, I can't, I can't even watch any of these guys that's out here. Like, I watch Traversing Media, for the tutorials. But the majority of people, I don't relate to them. Like, I can't relate to them. You know what I mean? Like, they don't talk about nothing. They don't talk about nothing that could be useful to me, or something that I could relate to and be like, damn, this guy, he knows what it is. He knows what I've been through, or he knows what I'm going through. Like, I don't see nobody here like that, bro. Like, my motivation on YouTube is I go to other people like Will Motivation, who is a software engineer, and I can't wait until we do that collaboration, man. It's long overdue. But like somebody like Will Motivation, who is actually a software engineer, built a social network, still has his social network up and running, makes income from that. He also does. He works for Microsoft doing recruiting, and at the same time he does real estate. And the dude has like 3 Lamborghinis. Like, you know what I'm saying? And not saying like Lamborghinis is like really what catches somebody's attention, but it's like when you work hard and you want something and you get it, like that's the reward. Shit, you know what I mean? Like, for me, I think I'm not really big into cars like that, but I think for me it's just to see my kids happy, right? That's why I talk about my kids. If you look at my Instagram, you'll see that I always take a picture of my kids and things like that. Like, seeing them, that they able to get everything that they want, like, that's my Lamborghini right there. You know what I mean? But I watch guys like Will Motivation. I like Army and a Hellcat too. You know, I like Mr. Organic. I like who else? Tall Guy Reviews. Who else? It's like people like that. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that motivate me and stuff like that. Like, here on YouTube, like tech YouTubers, like, I'm seeing everybody to come in to do the same shit that everybody else been doing. Nobody's coming in with something new. Like, that I could be like, oh, they're new. They're coming in with something new, something that's entertaining, something that is brand new, that's fresh, or this, and that. It's going to be the same shit. People are doing the same thing. Top 10 programming languages, top 10 frameworks, top 10 this, and that. Like, You know what I mean? Like, God bless them, but to me, I like originality. I like people that I could relate to the story, and it's something different. I like a lot of the new girls that are coming out, like Sana Goddess. I like her. I like her channel. There's a couple of other black girls that I'm following. I can't remember their channel names. I'm actually doing a top 10, maybe a top 20 YouTubers that you should follow. I'm probably gonna do that either tonight or tomorrow. You know, so you guys could definitely check out some legit YouTubers. You know. Let me see. Yeah, definitely. Joe's niche website is still popping. Yeah, niche websites is always gonna be popping because a niche website could be anything. A niche website could be a store. A niche website could be a blog. A niche website could be a small application that you built. And then the whole point of a niche website means that it's specific for one niche. Like let's say somebody likes dogs, right? They like German shepherds, and then you create an application that tells you, how big your German shepherd should be by the seventh month or by the fifth month or whatever it is. That's an application that people need, and you can make money off advertisement, and you can make money off affiliate links, and that right there is a niche website. Brandon James, they waiting on you to drop a new wave. It's gonna be difficult, bro. It's gonna be difficult. I got like so many ideas for like new series that I want to do, but I don't even know if I want to do it here on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out how to do all the new stuff that I want to drop. I just don't know if I want to do it here on YouTube because I just hate the fact that I come up with something, and then other people start doing it. I don't like that shit. You get what I'm saying? Because it waters down my shit. It's like I started doing portfolio reviews. Everybody started doing portfolio reviews. Like, so that's just the thing. It just waters down to your whole thing. Julio Barrino, what happened to Famous? Famous, I had to put a stop to it because I was spending a lot of money in advertisement. And we in the middle of a pandemic. There's no parties. There's no, like, the idea of the website was to get a lot of people in there. And at one point, we had like 50,000 unique visitors per day. And it was cool. But the problem is that I wasn't able to make money with it. So if I'm spending money on advertisement, right, and there's a middle of a pandemic, and then at the same time, there's no, how can we say it? There's no parties, there's no concerts, there's none of the things that I can make income from, you know, and like there's like no real like sponsors or things like that that people wanted to pay because it's a music website. It's a music website, but there's nothing going on. There's no concerts. There's no nothing. So it's like I was losing money. I said, you know what? Hold on. It's a pandemic. The code is already done. The website's already done. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back when the shit is open and there's concerts and things like that. Because that's when I could make money. So you gotta be smart sometimes, bro. Let me see. What do you think about Gatsby, Shopify? I've seen some sample websites that look pretty good. Yeah, you could use it. Some people they like using how you call this, like Shopify as a, how can I say it? It's like as a platform, and then you connect to it through APIs, so you could build your website. Excuse me, on anything else that you want to. And I might create a course for that with Next.js because Gatsby is trash. And I feel bad because I think this kid, what's his name, Hashim, I think he works for Gatsby. But to me, Gatsby's trash. Like, I'm sorry. Next.js is better, way better. especially for SEO and how things is done. The infrastructure or like the engineering of how they did Next.js is simpler and easier and way better than Gatsby. And I don't, like I switched up my website from WordPress to Gatsby at one point, and I lost all of my SEO, literally from one day to another. So as a business owner, if you lose your SEO, right, and you missing all those clicks that I used to get, that shit was crazy. I don't recommend nobody building anything with Gatsby at all. Brandon, you're crazy how Joe the blueprint for a lot of these channels and they still can't give the game out. He does. Yeah, nah. I mean, it is what it is. Look, this is like that's like a story that we talk about in every live stream. It's like, bro, I don't know, man. I'm the prototype to a lot of things. People come in, they take the source, they look at certain things that we do, and they say, "Oh shit, let me try to improve on that," or "Let me try to take that and take some of that and take a little bit of this, and then try to create my own thing." But what I do is all original. What I do is what comes out of my mind. What I do is what comes out natural. A lot of the people they look at what's popular, what got 100,000 views or whatever it got like 50,000 views, and then they try to recreate it because they see, okay, it's working. So then let me try to work it for myself, and yeah, it works for them. Um, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, we know where you got it from. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Gatsby for making super basic sites quick. Yeah. Again, guys, by the way, if you guys don't know, we have a early Black Friday sale. Okay, Black Friday sale. It's on the description of this video. You click on the link. There's a coupon code. The coupon code is 50 Black Friday 2020. That's the coupon code. That will give you 50% off the monthly subscription, 50% off every course. Like some people think like you have to sign up for a subscription. Some of you guys just want one course, just buy one course. You don't gotta sign up for anything. You get what I'm saying? Like if you like a course, there's a course that you want, buy it. You know what I mean? There's no commitment or nothing. Create React app is just enough. I don't really like Gatsby. Yeah, the Gatsby's not for me, bro. Some people they swear by it. I don't like it. I did it because there was a lot of hype to it, and it was my fault because I know how it is when something has a lot of hype. I know that 80% of the time it's not good, or it has like certain flaws, or it's good for certain things. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I don't go with anything that's not tested and proven by guys that's been in the industry for 10, 20 years. Like when you have businesses, you can't play around. You can't be guessing on what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, because you're actually losing money. You know what I mean? Let me see. Nancy Miss McKiska says, "Don't mean to bug you. 365 CodingPhase challenge winner. Not yet, but there is a winner. I already got his contact and his information, or her information, or her information, or her info, whatever, her address, to send the thing. I know there's a lot of people that's been doing it, um, but but there's only one winner at the end of the day. And that's why this year, I think for 2021, I don't know if I'm going to continue doing the CodingPhase challenge, because one, I feel bad because so many people do the challenge, and I wish I could give something to everybody, but again, I'm not rich. I'm just a regular dude that has a family that tries to do cool things with the little amount of things that he has. You get what I'm saying? I wish my channel was, a million subscribers where I will be able to say, okay, cool, Joe has all of the things that he works. He could keep that income for himself, and then the YouTube income that comes in, I could just go in and give it back to you guys, because I wouldn't care. But unfortunately, we're a small channel. We're not we do a lot of big moves, but we still small. You know what I mean? Like, I can't afford to buy 30, 40 different MacBook Pros for everybody. And I wish I could. So what I'm doing is, um, for 2021, we're gonna continue doing the 365 CodingPhase challenge. And what we might do is do like what GitHub does, where they give out T-shirts. So maybe I'll buy like 500 T-shirts that says 365 CodingPhase challenge, and then give it out to everybody that's doing it. So like that, at the end of the year, everybody wins. Because I just want to take care of everybody. Smack says, you were hyping up Crystal. What happened? Crystal is amazing. It's my favorite programming language. The problem is, right now, they still haven't released version 1.0. And it's been a couple of years. They should have been released it, but that the thing is ready for production, yeah. The problem really comes down to that most companies haven't really invested too much into it, because if it's not 1.0, that tells you that they might be breaking changes in the future. So we're just waiting for those guys, Crystal, to just put 1.0. Because if they put the 1.0 on it, yo, we Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, there's already a couple of big companies like Nikolai. I don't know if you've heard of Nikolai, which is how you call this thing? It's a car company, and their whole dashboard is built with Crystal Lang. Their whole dashboard. So you have an electric car, and the whole dashboard in the system itself is all done with Crystal Lang, which is super good for the language, because now that's gonna tell people like, hey man, it's not a version 1, but it's very close to it. So you should definitely use it. Send a small cash prize like 10 people or something. Nah, the thing is that we're just gonna do like T-shirts. We're gonna do like a T-shirt. I'll get 500 or 1,000 T-shirts. I'd rather do that, because it's like so many people get to do a challenge, and then I feel like they leave with nothing. I mean, they leave with the experience. They leave with the fact that they work so hard and they code every day and they kept track of everything. But I want to give something to every single one of them, and you know what I mean. So I don't know. I gotta figure it out for 2021. We might start the challenge on January 1st, and then I'll announce what's gonna be the thing that you're gonna get. Hello, I'm not from the USA, but would love to work remote there. Is it even possible? What are the requirements? Thank you. Well, the requirements is to know the skills that are in demand. Find what's in demand out here, and look at things like Laravel, right? There's a lot of remote jobs for Laravel. There's a lot of jobs for front-end developer that are remote right now. Shopify, theme development, either for WordPress or Shopify or WooCommerce, BigCommerce. Like, try to get things like that, the things that is not sexy, the things that most people don't want to do here because people don't promote it, and focus on those things, because that will tell you that there's jobs for it. Okay? Send me your portfolio, guys. CodingPhase@gmail.com, guys. But anyways, man, I'm about to head out of here. We've been here for an hour. Remember, click the description, guys. 50% off Black Friday. Take advantage this weekend. Put in the work. With 8 hours that you put in, you could do at least one course. If you put in 16 hours this weekend, you could do at least 2 courses, sometimes even 3. Okay, so definitely take advantage. Go in, get your shit done, guys. All right, I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again. CodingPhase.com. Your boy's back. Dennis Reagan says, what about CodingPhase has something to represent and promote the phase? Yeah, I was thinking about doing something like that. Like I said, either hats or t-shirt, something, right? But I just want to make sure that if 1,000 people do the challenge, I want to be able to give them something, even if they did like, 20 days, 30 days of the challenge. Like I still want people to be able to get something. So we got to figure it out. Okay. So anyways, man, I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again. CodingPhase.com. Somebody said there's no description. Well, check this video. There should be a description there. I'm gonna put it in like a few seconds. But again, you could just go to the website and go to 50. You go to the website, right, and just put in that coupon code 50 Black Friday 2020. 50 Black Friday 2020. That's the coupon code. It gives you 50% off. Okay, don't worry, I'm gonna put it in anyways right now, so you could check out this video or the other video that I dropped yesterday or the day before yesterday, and they should be in there. Okay, so I'm gonna see you guys later. Take care, guys.